Perception and reality are two different things.
Sure.
You, as a government official, hold a higher standard than the general public. You take care of the schools.
Okay.
All right? You, under the most extreme pressures of, pardon my French, of an asshole parent whose son was just threatened to be killed, right, have the duty and responsibility to be the utmost professional, especially given the day and times that we live in and the recent national tragedy that we've had and the 18 school shootings that we've had over this year alone and the 3 children that have been arrested in Arizona for making threats of violence against other students, right? This should be a top priority for the school. And when my wife starts asking questions and you get what she perceived to be hostile because she questioned your integrity, and the reason that she questioned your integrity is because you told her you couldn't find the phone number. Well, A, she left a message for the school with her phone number, and B, I'd also like to provide you a copy of Taylor's contact card that has both of our contact numbers. So, of course, based on that statement alone, she is going to question your integrity. Did anyone call the district office to seek advice on potential police involvement as mandated by ARS 15341? This school failed miserably in this process.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to provide you is I'm going to provide you a copy of Arizona Revised Statute 15341, and I would recommend that you brush up on that. Perception and reality are two different things.
Sure.
You, as a government official, hold a higher standard than the general public. You take care of the schools.
Okay.
All right?
Students not reported. Now there's a push to hold schools accountable to make sure every effort is made to make your child safe at school. ABC 15's Jamie Warren shows us how one parent has made it his mission to make a change.
It's called House Bill 2119, and it's making its way here through the state legislature after a parent says his child was named in a shooting threat at Mountain Trail Middle School.
Nobody from the school made an effort to contact the parents.
And that was John Goodnow in March of 2018. He says not only were parents not notified, but police confirm they weren't either.
There was no policy or procedure in place for these to even get reported.
So Goodnow taking the issue to State Senator Nancy Bartow, who drafted House Bill 2119 and presented it to the Public Safety Committee.
The need for direction may be there for other schools as well.
Right now, there isn't a specific protocol.
And there really isn't any kind of, say, penalty or any kind of teeth in terms of holding somebody criminally accountable if they do not report this.
And that's what this new bill would deal with. School administrators would have to contact police and parents of the students involved. The school board would have to enforce those procedures, and if any of this is ignored, they could get in trouble. The legislation doesn't say what that trouble would be.
It's the safety of our children, and I just think there needs to be a strong penalty in there if they do not comply.
If you think we could add a penalty successfully, I think I'm certainly open to that.
For Goodnow, he wants school officials to face criminal charges.
If we as parents don't hold our schools, our school boards, our elected officials accountable, then nobody else will do it.
The bill is now headed to the House floor for review. We'll be staying on top of this one and let you know if and when it passes. Reporting from the Arizona State Capitol, Jamie Warren, ABC 15, Arizona.
Jamie, thank you. And to show you just how much gray area there is under the current law, last year the principal at a Globe Middle School was charged for failing to report an online threat. The district said they worked with the police department to hold students and staff accountable.
2116. All right.
Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, I rise to explain my vote.
Please proceed.
Thank you so much. This bill is about school safety, and I'm a little dismayed not seeing the whole board green. I'm a little perplexed about that, because I think we should all agree that there ought to be some accountability for when dangerous things happen on campus. and there ought to be a plan in place. That's what this bill does. This bill was brought to me by a constituent, Mr. John Goodnow, because on February 20th, he experienced this particular thing. His son at Mountain Trail School had a threat of death made against him and 2 other students, along with statements about shooting up the school. And that student was arrested and charged. Charges were forwarded for prosecution. The teacher heard this threat. One of the students reported the threat to the assistant principal, but no calls were made to parents or the district or law enforcement. In fact, there was no policy in place to ensure that an incident of this nature would be immediately reported to anyone. One of the students who was threatened notified their parent, who in turn notified the police. But neither the school nor the board acted until the parents got involved, and they involved the police. Had John Goodnow, as a concerned parent, not done due diligence to get to the bottom of what happened, he interviewed the assistant principal who lied to him during that interview, and the superintendent, who was less than forthcoming in their answers, filed a complaint with the Arizona Department of Education. It's highly unlikely that not even administrative action would have been taken. But this is not a lone case. This happened several other times, similar issues. On March 28th of 2018, there was a shooting, a bomb threat at High Desert Middle School in Globe. Similarly, the principal didn't report the threat to law enforcement. This is truly about keeping schools accountable, just to have a policy in place, because parents deserve to have the confidence that if there is, in this climate of danger, threats of serious violence, that they know that there's a plan in place.
Gentlelady's time has expired.
Schools will be accountable, and I vote yes.
Representative Bartow votes aye.
Thank you, Senator Bartow.
Representative Peake.
Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, I rise to explain my vote.
Please proceed.
In regards to this bill, and having been a teacher, assistant principal, and a retired school superintendent, I assure you that this information is already collected by school districts and is governed by the governing board. We certainly report all of this information, so I stand in support of all school administrators who do not need additional rules and regulations to tell them how to do their job. What they need is full school funding. And if we truly want to support and protect our children, we'll ban assault weapons. We will not allow loaded guns to come on campus. Those are the things that kill children. All of this information is already reported. I certainly hope you think that in 2019, these types of offenses are not reported. They're reported to the governing board, the local police, as well as the State Board of Education. Thank you.
Not in my case.
I vote no.
Correct. Thank you. Clerk will thankfully close the board. 31 ayes, 27 nays, 2 not voting. You pass House Bill 2119, signed and open session. Clerk to report the action House, notify the Senate, and convey the bill to the governor. House Bill 2725.
House Bill 2724, amending Section 41233.
We did it.
Administrative Procedure.